Following a 68-94 regular season in 2022, the Texas Rangers have high hopes for their roster to make a run back in the American League West. They haven't had a winning season since they lost in the ALDS back in 2016, and they haven't had the high hopes that they had during the run of 2010 to 2012, where they were one of the best teams in the world. After spending over $800 million in the last two off seasons combined, the Rangers are poised to make a run in a very difficult American League West as they have to chase down the Houston Astros. But with, of course, Corey Seager, Jacob DeGrom, Marcus Semien, John Gray, Nathan Eovaldi, Andrew Heaney, and we'll see if Jake Odorizzi can bounce back and if Martin Perez can perform like he did in his all-star year last year in 2022. But to join alongside these superstars on the Rangers, you have youngsters like Jonah Heim, who had a really good year last year. We'll see if he could bounce into another year and take this next step forward for this Rangers at the catcher position. We also had Nathaniel Lowe, who had an incredible year last year, now 85 overall. And over in the hot corner, you have Brad Miller still here, but we're all keeping our eyes on the Young's potential superstar that is Josh Young from Texas Tech, now going to get his shot as a 25-year-old there at third base. And of course, in the outfield, the Texas Rangers will be poised to have success with a big slugger and fielder with a good arm is Adolis Garcia El Bombe in outfield for the Rangers, the 30-year-old who's come out of nowhere the last two seasons. We'll see if he can have another big contribution for this Rangers outfield. Now, outside, of course, of the MLB roster, we do have a lot of talent in the farm system for the Rangers. Over in Double-A with the Frisco Rough Riders, you have Jack Leiter, Kumar Rocker, the tandem from Vanderbilt that we have that would be future 1-2s for the Rangers organization, along with Julio Pablo Martinez, Cole Winn, a lot of good talent out there in Double-A that we may see don Ranger uniforms sooner rather than later. Over in Triple-A, we still have some veteran and young talent there. You have Danny Duffy, Dane Dunning, you have Sam Huff, who we are hoping can potentially jump into the Rangers roster at catcher, but he's got to be backing up currently Jonah Heim. You have Glenn Otto, Bubba Thompson, who's a guy that may take a starting spot in the Rangers outfield very, very quickly. And then, of course, you got Spencer Howard. You have Cole Reagans, who I'm very excited to see how this man will develop for us, the left-hander out of Florida. We'll see what he can do. So the Rangers are not shy on talent. It's just a matter of can Bochy put all of these pieces together and lead this Rangers organization back to World Series. As we conclude our spring training, the Rangers finished 10-15. Again, record aside, doesn't really matter. Let's take a look at some of the key stars and stats from our roster. So it looks like the youngster over here, you have Ezekiel Duran, who, again, 23-year-old third base infielder, also could play shortstop, had 24 hits. That led the Rangers, tied with Leody Taveras, who will be in the outfield for the Rangers at center potentially. Then you had Corey Seager. So some pretty good stuff there, some power numbers. You have Mitch Garver back from injury, had 5 home runs that led the Rangers in spring. You had Marcus Semien, Taveras, Lowe, and Garcia and Miller all with 3 behind. RBI leader Marcus Semien led, and then followed by Brad Miller and Duran. Stolen bases, this is a number I'd like to see our Rangers produce more of this season. We had Bubba Thompson leading the way with 4, a couple others there with 2. So our batting average leader in spring was Leody. You had Corey right behind him, both over 300. Robbie Grossman only had 9. He only had 31 total appearances, so it wasn't a ton. But some good numbers here. I'm liking to see OPP. Seager led the way. So some good numbers there all in all. Taking a look at the pitchers now. Out of 30 innings pitched, this Jacob DeGrom led the way. He had a 1-0 record with a 2.70 ERA and a whip of 0.97 and 30 strikeouts in that time. So you're looking at the ERA numbers here. Some really solid numbers. If we get it, let's just go by innings pitched so we can really see some clear numbers here. DeGrom and Eovaldi had pretty solid springs, as well as John Gray, who did battle a little bit of an injury, and Andrew Heaney, who's still out with an injury right now. We'll see if he'll return from his shoulder strain in the next week as we get ready for opening day. So again, some solid numbers there through. Hopefully we can build upon those with our veteran and youngster kind of hybrid build we have. But let's get into the regular season. So right now, day one, here are the opening lineups we'll be rolling with for left and righty. So we have Bubba Thompson to lead us off. He's a speedster with 99 speed, leading us off, followed by Tavares, Nate Lowe, Corey Seager, Marcus Semien, Jonah Heim, Robbie Grossman over here at DH with 81 contact power and contact, not super high for him. I am potentially thinking about moving Garver to DH when he is not behind the plate, or we'll see if Sam Huff could potentially move into that spot. But right now, I'm going to go with Garver over Grossman at DH position. Then you got El Bombe behind him, and number 9, you have Josh Young. Against righties, it's much the same. The only difference here is we have Garver behind the plate, and then we will go ahead at DH. We're going to go ahead and put in Jonah Heim in that position. That way, at least keeping them in the lineup. We have Huff as our third catcher, which means he will get some fair amount of playing time when Garver or Heim both need a break. Now, looking at the starting rotation, of course, the ace DeGrom will be our opening day pitcher, followed by Evaldi Perez, who was an all-star last year for the first time in his career, John Gray, and Dane Dunning. In the bullpen, we have Glenn Otto Haney, who's coming back from the injury, Jonathan Hernandez, who I'm really high on. Hopefully he can have a big season. Barlow King, you have Jose Leclerc, and hopefully Leclerc can have a really big bounce-back year. He's been battling injuries and came back last year, was okay. You're looking at the numbers here for him with a 2.83 ERA in 39 games. That's solid. That's a big bounce back from where he was back in 2019, his last full season, where he had a 4.33 ERA. We're hoping he can get back to where he was in 2016 through 18, where he was very, very solid for the Rangers bullpen. But it is time. It is opening day, ladies and gentlemen, as the Rangers take the field with a found sense of optimism here in Arlington. The Rangers looking to not only get back into the postseason, but potentially make a run in the AL West as division champs and hopefully get themselves back in World Series contention sooner rather than later. We have our ace on the bump. Let's get to it. And speaking of the ace DeGrom, you see how he was last year for the Mets. He was outstanding. He's been amazing, and hopefully he can continue that here in Arlington with these Rangers and be the ace that leads this team back to the postseason. 1-0 count coming here, and it will be belted there. It's going to be a good, solid swing. And Phillies, Turner on the board, or on the base paths. Strike 3. DeGrom with his first strikeout as a Ranger. It's one away here in the first inning. 1-2 count, and that's going to be a double play ball potentially here. Throw him off the bag. It's going to be an error. Not what I'd like to see right now. Dadgummit. 0-2 here. Belted the high, deep center field. Tavares giving chase, and he's got it. No, he dropped. It drops in right over his head. Just need to get out of this inning, and strike 3 looking, second K of the day. 1-2 count to Nick, and it's going to be on the inside. It's a strikeout. She strikes out the side, but one run across, and a little bit of a bumpy show for our ace DeGrom on the bump, but out of it with just one given up. And the Rangers going to be doing battle against Aaron Nola in 32 starts last year, 11-13 with a 3.25 ERA and a WHIP of 9.6. So let's see if the Rangers order can do some damage here against the ace Nola. So an 0-2 here to Bubba Thompson leading things off for the Rangers, and that's in there. Knuckle curve swung on, one down for Nola. 2-2 to Tavares, and swung on the sinker. Can't get it. 2 up, 2 down for Nola. So Corey Seager on deck. It's a full count here for Nathaniel Lowe. That's ball 4. We have our first base runner of the game. We'll bring up Corey Seager. And first pitch swung on, hit high, fairly deep, but not deep enough. It will end the side. One runner on, but nowhere to go. Bryce Harper puts it away. 1-2. Swing and a miss. It's 4 Ks on the day for DeGrom. 1-1 count, bringing the slider. That's going to be hit to Marcus Semien, and he's got all the world throw, and he gets there. 2 down. We're going to see if we can hit that slider on him here. Strike 3, 5 Ks, and 6 outs so far. We'll head to the bottom of the second. So Semien looking to have another big year for the Rangers here. 2-0 count, and that's hit on the outside part of the plate. Deep, carrying, but not going to get to the warning track. 1 away. So a 2-2 count to Garcia. And it's a knuckle curve that got me waving out in front. Man, oh man, these pitchers are dueling. Brings the 1-2 with 2 away. And it's a foul tip in the glove. Another strikeout. 1-2 to Turner. And it's a strike. Another K. DeGrom cooking here. 0-1. And that's going to be rolled over to Nathaniel Lowe, who chases down to the bag and steps on the bigger bag. And it's out number 2. 2 up, 2 down. Again, I'm not going to give Harper anything good to swing at. And that time he does. It's going to be hit over. And we'll take it. And that retires the side in order. 1-2 coming from Nola. And that's going to be hit over towards second. It's gathered and it's out number 1. 0-1 coming from Nola. And that's hit right back up the middle. It gets through the diving second baseman, and the Rangers, with their first hit coming now here at the bottom of the third, are on first with Heim. And Bubba Thompson, first pitch swinging there. He gets way underneath that one, and that will be an easy fly out in shallow center. Leote's second appearance here, and this one's rolled over right to second base. That's a force out to the shortstop, and that will retire the side. So the Rangers get the first hit on the game, but nothing to show. We'll head to the fourth. 0-2 from DeGrom, and he gets them popping up. Schwarber, nothing to do there, and DeGrom's got it. Who says pitchers are not athletes? 0-2 to Real Muto. 51st pitch, it's a swing and a miss. That is now the 7th, I believe, strikeout on the day for DeGrom in his Rangers debut. 0-2, 2 down, and that is going to be hit to left field. Bubba Thompson giving chase, and it's out number 3. 3 up, 3 down. We'll head to the middle of the fourth. Rangers will bring up 3, 4, 5, the heart of the order. Hopefully get the Rangers going. And that's hit. Carrying out there, but not deep. And Nathaniel Lowe retired on 2 pitches. Corey Seager here, 0-1 count, and that's going to be hit underneath. And retired for out number 2. 1-2 from Nola. They say we went, and that's going to be a strikeout. Side retired. We're going to head to the 5th. 1-0 and a duel here between aces. 1-2. DeGrom here going to the curveball, and we get him to roll over on it, and Nathaniel Lowe says, I got this. Out number 1. So DeGrom looking to get his 8th strikeout of the game. He gets him looking. 2 down here in the 5th. So a 2-2 count, looking for our 9th strikeout of the day, and we are not able to get it, but Bubba Thompson is there in left. And we'll retire the side. We're going to head to the bottom of the 5th. So Mitch Garver to the plate here, 1 out. And that's hit hard. It's hit well. Carrying towards the warning track, and gone! Garver ties this one up to the moon. 376 out to left. It's a big fly for the Rangers, and we are knotted up here in opening day. As you see, that one just hung well enough for Garver. He's able to get all of what he could. He turns on it with the power. That just clears over the wall there in left field. Rangers are now in a new ball game. 2-2. And that's hit down to second. And it's retired. 2 away. Josh Young can't do anything with it. 0-1 count to Jonah Heim. That's going to be hit to first base off a hop. Retire the side, but not before the Rangers and Mitch Garver back with a solo home run to tie things up. Both teams with 2 hits as we head to the 6th. So Trey Turner with a 2-1 here, and that's going to hit hard, but Nathaniel Lowe flashing the leather. Out number 1 on the line. So 1-2 count coming against Bohm here. And we get him chasing the slider low. That is another strikeout now, number 9. A 1-2 against Harper. Trying to ring him up. Did he go? Yes! They say he went. We retire the side, and the Rangers will head to the bottom of the 6th here with a 1-1 game. 2-2 from Nola. And he waves and swings and a miss. It's another strikeout from Nola. That's now his 7th. So 4 pitches into this at-bat. Every single one's been low. 3-1 here. Misses high. Ball 4. Second walk on the day. That will bring up now Nathaniel Lowe. This is a pretty big at-bat here. That's going to hang in. It's going to be a double play opportunity here. He turns it, and he is safe at first as the ball is mishandled. And I'll bring up now Corey Seager. 0 for 2 today. Hasn't been his best. But it may not matter. He hits that one fairly well to right field, but not going to carry. I'll retire the side. We're going to head to the 7th. Still tied up here at 1. So DeGrom, 3-1 count. Struggling a little bit more with the command, but he still gets the swing he wants. Bubba Thompson, who's been busy over there in left field at times today, gets that one in the glove. Out number 1. 1-1 here. That's hit hard to Marcus Simeons, but he's got it in the glove. There's 2 down here in the 7th. Full count with 2 down. DeGrom rings them up. It's his 10th strikeout. We'll go to the bullpen after that. What a day in a debut for DeGrom in the Rangers uniform. Big opportunity here. Full count. Fastball. Hit, but underneath it slightly, and that was not what he wanted to see. Didn't get it squared up completely, and it's 1 out. 0-2. Looking to get another strikeout today on El Bombe, but he said something about it. It's a single. His first hit of the day is really his first contact of the day, and we have our leading run aboard. 0-1 here. Garver rolls over it. It's going to be a tailor-made double play to end the inning. Just what Nola needed. He's out of harm's way. We'll head to the 8th. And we will bring on in relief Jose Leclerc. You see the numbers. He was solid last year. Can he keep it going here after DeGrom's excellent game? That's going to be hit, and nobody's there. That's going to be a single. So, just like that, leadoff man aboard here, bottom of the order for the Phillies. So, Leclerc a little bit wild right now here, but he gets what he needs here, as it's going to be a double play. Just what we needed there to get that going. We clear the bases, 6-4-3. Oh, crap. That's going to untie it up. A ball that just belted. And Marsh, the 9-man, with his first on the year, 413 out to right center. And it's a 2-1 lead for the Phillies here in the 8th. That one's hit well. Bubba Thompson, though, chasing, is there. It retires the side, but the Phillies, a solo home run from Marsh gives them the lead as we head to the bottom of the 8th, trailing now 2-1. And here comes Craig Kimbrell. On for, he was partly a closer last year. We'll see if he's a 2-inning man or the setup today. So it's a full count. The opening man here in this 8th inning. And he's in front of the 4-seam. Down swinging on Kimbrell. Kimbrell ahead here. It's an 0-1. And that's hit and underneath it. Good contact, they say, but we definitely didn't get anything of it. So 2 down here in the 8th. So a 3-1 count here against Bubba Thompson. 2 down in the inning. They call it ball 4. He will take his base, and the Rangers have the winning or leading run coming to the plate. They pick us off. What a move from Kimbrell. Oh, pain and misery. And we get him waving. Leclerc settles in, gets a strikeout to start off this 9th inning here. 0-2 here against Harper. He hits that one to Bubba Thompson out in left center field. Bubba backs up to it and gets it. 2 down here in the top of the 9th. Full count. And he swings and misses. We're going to head to the bottom of the 9th as we need to either force extras or walk it off. We're bringing up the heart of the Ranger batting order. The 2-3-4 coming up. And we're going to be going up against Sir Anthony Dominguez. He has got some good stuff. We'll see if we can blast him here in Arlington. The 1-1. It's hit high to center field. Carrying back is the center fielder, but not deep enough. Stays in the ballpark here. 1 down. We'll do it again, full count here. Misses high, ball 4, Nathaniel Lowe. The tying run on a first will bring up the winning run. And Corey Seager is 0 for 3 today, with an opportunity here to send the Rangers faithful home happy on a walk-off win on opening day. With 0-2 coming and trying to avoid any double play, we swing and miss Seager. A terrible day in the opener. 2-2 count. Misses outside, ball 3. Full count, 2 outs. And it's hit up the middle. That's going to get through. Everybody will be safe. The Rangers hope to stay alive. 2 on, 2 out, down by a run. That's hit. But underneath, I believe, it's not going to carry. Dadgummit. And the Phillies will win the opener here on opening day in Arlington, 2-1. Your final. It was an exciting game, even though there wasn't a ton of offense. A great pitcher's duel between DeGrom and Aaron Nola. The Rangers have a lot, I think, of promise this season, but they dropped this one on only 1 run, on 4 hits, and the error, the crucial error early on in the first inning. We dropped this one to the Phillies, but we will bounce back as we look ahead to the rest of this season. Ladies and gentlemen, the Rangers have high hopes still. One game does not make or break the regular season. Can we build upon the successes and learn from the failures leading to a AL West winning season for these Rangers? We'll find out.